You know that feeling, right? You've got a huge decision to make, something really important, and instead of feeling ready to tackle it, you just feel stuck. You're at a crossroads, and it feels like every single path is covered in fog. Well, today we're going to talk about exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to get yourself moving again.
So, does this look familiar? You're staring down a big choice. Maybe it's about your career, a new business idea, or even something personal that could totally change your life's direction. There are just so many options, so much information to sort through, and every choice seems to come with a million question marks. You keep telling yourself, I just need a little more time to think about it. But then days turn into weeks, and you realize you haven't moved an inch. If that feeling hits a little too close to home, listen up. You're not just being indecisive. What you're experiencing is a very real, very common mental trap. It's called analysis paralysis. And hey, the first step to getting out of any trap is just knowing you're in one.
Okay, so we've put our name to the beast, analysis paralysis. But how in the world do we end up in this mental maze to begin with? It feels kind of backward, doesn't it? I mean, you're trying so hard to be careful and make the best possible choice, but somehow you end up making no choice at all. Let's dig into why our brains get tangled up like this.
Here it is, the heart of the problem. We are living in an age of just infinite information. For any decision you have to make, you can find 1 million articles, 1,000 reviews, and endless opinions online. But instead of making things clearer, this mountain of data just makes the whole process feel way more complicated and intimidating. It can get so overwhelming that the easiest thing to do is, well, nothing. So, we see how we get lost in the maze. Now let's get a better look at the beast that lives in it. By really defining what analysis paralysis is, we can understand how it works, and more importantly, how to take it apart piece by piece. The key word here, you gotta hear it, is paralyzed. This isn't just about being a little slow to make up your mind, no. This is a state of being completely frozen. You're so busy turning every possibility over and over in your head, analyzing every single variable, that you actually become incapable of taking a step forward. You're just stuck. So, why does this happen? Well, it's really a perfect storm of 3 things. First, you've got the outside world just bombarding you with too much information and too many choices. Then, you've got your own internal fears kicking in, that crippling fear of making the wrong move, of messing up. And then there's that third piece, this hunt for the perfect choice, which, let's be honest, almost never actually exists.
You know, you might think that by not deciding anything, you're just playing it safe, right? Hitting pause. But here's the absolute crucial point. Not deciding is a decision. It's a decision to stay exactly where you are, and that choice comes with a real and often a really high cost.
And these costs, they're huge, and they just build up over time. That amazing opportunity you were mulling over, well, it might just go to someone else who is ready to act. That big project at work, it starts to fall behind schedule. And all the while, the mental stress of that one unresolved decision is just eating away at you, draining your energy and killing your productivity.
Okay, so we've figured out the problem, we know what causes it, and we can see the real damage it does. This leads us to the most important question of all. How do we actually break free? How do we get out of the trap? And here's the good news. There is a way out. It's not some magic fix, but it is a super practical, totally actionable plan. Think of this as your personal map to get out of that decision-making maze for good. All right, let's walk through your escape plan. Step 1. Set clear goals. Before you do anything, you need to know what success even looks like. Get crystal clear on your destination. Step 2. Limit your options. Seriously, you don't need 20 choices. You probably just need the best 2 or 3. Force yourself to narrow it down. Step 3. Embrace imperfection. This one is a biggie. Give yourself permission to not have the perfect answer. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Step 4. Set a time limit. A deadline is your best friend. It forces an end to the endless cycle of thinking. And finally, step 5, take small steps. This might be the most powerful one of all. Just do one small thing. Make a phone call, send an email, do something to get the ball rolling.
Look, you can have the best plan in the entire world, but it is completely useless until you actually start moving. The real magic isn't in finding the perfect plan. It's in the simple, incredible power of just getting started.
If you take only one thing away today, please let it be this. This is the antidote to analysis paralysis. A small, imperfect action is so much more valuable than a flawless plan that just sits on your desk. Progress is the name of the game. So let's make this real. Right now, think of one decision, big or small, that you're stuck on. Okay?
You got it? Now, what is one tiny, manageable, physical step you can take on it this week? Don't just think about it. Decide on that one small action and then go do it. Because that is how you break the paralysis and start moving forward again.